Hey everyone, it's Lisa the Whimsical Gardener. Welcome to my channel. So in today's video, I want to talk to you a little bit about fertilizing your pineapple plant. So here in zone 8A, we can grow pineapples, but we have to take it indoors in the winter time. So I have a couple of containers like the one that you see here that I have pineapple plants growing in it. And I'll take it in the greenhouse in the winter time and then bring it back out in the summer. Now to get these, what I do is the pineapples that we get from the grocery store, I normally break the top off. I peel a little bit of the bottom part of it out, and then I stick it in water, and then over a couple of weeks it will grow a root, and then once it grows a root, I plant it in a pot like this. And again, summertime I'll bring it out, wintertime I'll take it into the greenhouse that's basically heated. So it's about time that I fertilize them, and the reason why I have to fertilize them is because they're in containers, and when you keep watering them, they lose the nutrients in it, so you have to keep supporting them by putting fertilizer. So what I typically use is citrus stone. So you can get this from any garden center. You can get it online as well. So this is Espoma organic citrus tone, and so I typically use that for my pineapple. So what I want to do is show you how I normally take care of that. First thing I got to do is let me bring all of my plants on the table first, and that way I'll have a better surface to work rather than working on the rail. So there's a lot of plants in its place. So let's do that first. So these are the containers. I have one here, one there. This one here I'm not going to be able to move because I planted this hyacinth bean, and look at it, it's growing up the pole. But I do have these that I need to fertilize, as well as this one here, and I have a fort over here as well that I need to fertilize. I just finished this one here. Alright, so for the containers that I can actually move, I brought them here. The other ones have plants in them and they're tied to something, so I'm going to have to fertilize them in its place. So the first thing I want to do is, you'll notice that, or you can't really see, but the soil has depleted in a lot of these containers, so I need to refill them before I add the fertilizer on there. So for that, all I did was, I'm kind of out of potting soil, so I just went to my garden bed and I just took some soil from the garden bed. So I'm going to use that to fertilize, to fill up the pots. Now what I'm doing is, I'm not burying the crown of the pineapple plant, meaning I'm not burying the top part of it. And there's a little bit of maintenance in terms of trimming that I have to do as well. So I'll do all of that now. I think I posted this in one of my previous videos. I'd never understood where the soil went to when it's depleted. Where does it go? As I'm making a royal mess here, it's okay. I'll use the leaf blower and blow the dirt out. Alright, so I went ahead and fill it up. Next thing I'm going to do is, I'm going to use a generous portion of my citrus tone. Now this is organic, so you're not going to harm the plant by putting too much. So when I'm putting in, what I'm doing is I'm mix it in with the soil. And I'm doing a generous amount of it, like a handful of it. Now, if you are in zone 8A and you don't have a greenhouse, you can totally bring this inside. Just put it by a sunny window, or if you have a grow light, you can get a grow light as well and put a grow light over it. That helps as well. I'm going to go ahead and cut some of these dead stems off of it. Now, you don't have to do that. I want to preface this by saying I'm not a pineapple plant expert. This is just how I've done it, and I was able to get pineapples to grow. So I'm just continuing how I typically do it. And I'm going to insert a picture to show you guys some pineapples I was able to grow and harvest last year. Now, pineapples I think take about a good, a year, 24 months to produce. So this is a long-term project. Alright, so I'm done with container number 1. I'm going to bring you in a little bit closer because I want to show you that the pineapple plant has actually produced like a little baby, you thought. So let me show you guys that. So this was actually the original pineapple plant, and notice how it has a little baby shoot right there. So now there's a second pineapple plant growing. I could technically split it if I want to, but I'm just going to leave it as is. Let me show you another one. Here's another one. This is my pineapple plant, and see how it has a little baby right there. So that's another one. I could technically, again, pull that one out and plant it in another container. I think I might demonstrate that. Let me do that because I do have an extra container, so I'll do that. So I'm going to move on to the next container. Now this one here, the soil has not depleted itself. In case you're wondering what these are oyas. So I found these thrifting. So normally you'll fill it up with water and you'll slowly release it through the soil release it, so it helps to keep the plants hydrated. I found those thrifting a while ago, and they come in very handy, especially if you are unable to water things. It really comes in handy. So what I'm doing with this particular one is I am going to scratch the soil up at the top of it because I want to be able to mix the fertilizer in with it. So I'm just roughing the dirt up on top. And then I'm taking a very generous handful of fertilizer and I'm mixing it in. And again, this is not going to burn the plant because this is an organic fertilizer that is released with the heat. Actually, funny story, I think, I don't know which one it is. I think it might be this one here. I want to say it's this one here. It might be this one here. My mother-in-law actually gave me this pineapple plant when we went to Florida a while back, and I brought it back. And I think this is the one, because I think I planted this one last year. Because I'm looking at the shape of it and how it is. Yeah, I think it's this one here. So it's going along really well. Alright, so I think that might be it. Let me just trim a couple of leaves that I think needs to be trimmed off of here. Be super careful because pineapples, the edges are pretty sharp. Alright, so I'm done with this one here. So let me go put this one back, and then I'm going to go get some more soil is I'm going to try to separate this little baby one here and put it in its own little pot. And what I'm going to do is when I separate it out, I'm going to actually take it inside in the counter because I don't want it to be sitting in 90-degree weather out here. That's not good for it. So I'm going to let it sit in a nice acclimated weather next to a window that has light, grow on, and then I'll bring it back outside. Alright, I'm going to attempt to break this little one out. So all I'm doing, I've never done this before, so hopefully I do it well. So all I'm doing is I'm going to just gently press against it to break it away from the mother. Oh yeah, look at this, guys. And I think what I'm going to do, yeah, okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just stick this just like this into a thing. I don't even know if that's right or not. And hopefully it'll grow. So if it grows or not, I'll give you guys an update. If it does, you'll see it as well. If it doesn't and it's fine, then I think I'll be good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of fertilizer in this plant. So I'll go here. Alright. And then I'm just going to gently, I'm not going to bury this too deep. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a little bit of water. And then I'm taking this inside and I'm going to put it next to on the island that has a lot of light. And then see if it survives from here. So this will be an experiment for me. So let's get working on this one here. This one needs a lot of cleanup. This one here had a lot of damage the last season. Because it got a little bit too wet, I believe. So I'm going to try to... Oh, this is the one that also gave the pineapple the first year that I did it, last year. So apparently when it gives a pineapple, it does a little shoot on the side, which is what you're seeing here. And that's where the next pineapple grows. Again, I'm not an expert on this. So the soil was a little bit depleted on this, so I'm filling it back up. And now I'm going to use my, I'm going to trim a little bit of the extra leaves out, the ones that don't look like they're in good shape. And then I'm going to fertilize it. Now what I'm going to do is everything that I fertilize, I'm going to give it a good drink of water. Alright, that's it. Pineapple's done. So hopefully you learned something from this. You see how I normally maintain my pineapple plants in the summertime, and they're pretty easy to grow. They just take forever to grow. All you do is the pineapples you get from the grocery store, you can just snap the head off, put it in some water, let it root, and then plant it in a pot like this and just bring it inside in some place that's heated, that has light in the winter time. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, happy gardening, everyone.